Okay, so, welcome to Sweettalk. I am Michael,
Sweet
the
talk.
guest.
I
Um,
am NiKole.
um, I don't know why you asked me to introduce. It's not even my channel. Like, oh my god. Um,
I think you did great. It was me interrupting again. That's just me though.
no, it's fine. Uh, but yeah. So this is going to be our, uh, slightly before, New Year's ish,
Mhm.
episode. I mean, like it's not to reveal the peek behind the curtain of any potential delays, but it's currently, shortly before New Year. Um,
You're right. And we miss
uh,
Christmas,
yeah.
but that's okay.
So hello to all our listeners. Uh, how is January going? um,
Right. How was your Christmas? Kwanzaa?
uh,
Hanukkah?
my Christmas was very
Winter
good, thank you.
solstice?
Well, yeah. There was a bit of solstice celebration for good old Steve, who is a pagan. That's my one friend. But otherwise, it was a good Christmas. Busy, tiring, uh,
Yeah.
in both the sense of working at a toy shop leading up to it, uh, and then the oh boy, two days off, but then those 2 days spent just doing loads and loads of Christmas stuff, and then traveling, and then more Christmas stuff, and oh my god, the kids and the yelling and the stress, and then back to work, yay, so much more relaxed again. I mean, sort of, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Well,
was good.
and and we just did a podcast about Adam Sandler doing Star Wars, like a fanfic kind of, and I feel like we can't top that. So
Yeah, there's
this is gonna
not
be
a good way
great.
of topping that
No
one.
one's gonna click on this one.
Well, no, unless they click on this one
um,
first, and then
they must be really enthusiastic about Christmas
that'd be,
or New
to be
Year's.
fair though, it's um helpful that we have now basically rabbit holed the way back to that other episode. So if anyone does stumble upon this one first, they know to go check out that one because it's much, much better and or crazier.
Hopefully,
Um,
hopefully it is.
but yeah, I mean, I hope we haven't peaked that soon, but yeah.
I think so. I think we have. I don't know how you can top that.
Mm, yeah.
But
But
yeah, let's
speaking of
try. Let's talk about
people,
Christmas.
I was about to say, speaking of people being more enthusiastic with New Year's over Christmas, like, yeah, people tend to be way more enthusiastic for Christmas than New Year's. Kind of gets overshadowed.
I think so. Yeah.
Except it's a good
Yeah,
excuse to
I think
get
so.
drunk and kiss. Yep, drunk and kissing. That's
Yeah.
the New Year celebration. That's it. But yeah,
And the champagne.
that's in the drinking.
The drinking. Okay, so last time I think we were on a cliffhanger because I was gonna show you a picture
Oh,
of a
yes.
Santa horror, and I ended up showing it to you.
I mean,
But I'm gonna show it on the screen for all our listeners.
okay, it's yeah. I mean,
Let's talk about that for a minute,
we
though.
just
Let's talk
picturing
about
this.
the horror of the Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting here picturing it now, just like that. The visual, this freaky white-faced Santa, like just there, and it's like, but then going by later on, and it's like it's changed position because it broke, but now also because of the lighting, it's just got no face at all,
Yeah.
and it's just waiting there like some hideous child-catching mannequin monster. Like no, no, just gonna walk right on past that, nice and far away from it. Like no, no.
Well, okay. I think I need to tell you the backstory of the Santa Claus. So these neighbors that I have, they're down the street. They
Hmm.
put up like every season they seem to put up like a new decoration, and it's big and it's gaudy, and it's
Mm.
kind of insane. They go all out for like everything. I think even like Valentine's Day,
Mm.
um, Thanksgiving, they have like a giant blow up turkey.
It's like
But every
those
Christmas,
kind of people.
Yes. Every Christmas they put out the Santa Claus, and his face is like completely snow white. It's the scariest thing. I think as time goes on, though, his face just like it keeps getting like darker at night. So like right now, every time I saw him, it's like completely blackened. Even though there's like it's obviously there's like a glow coming from it, but it's very like shadowy. It's very spooky.
A shadowy
And
glow.
then I think we had a storm or something, and he just broke a little.
And that would be the change of position where instead now of waving, he's just clinging onto the side of
Waiting.
the balloon thing and just...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they also moved him again. Like, he's in a different position now.
I mean, I hope they moved him again, because otherwise this is real creepy.
Also, I did look for this guy on like Google Images or eBay even. I was looking for Santa Claus decoration because I wanted to see where the fuck they got this thing. But I couldn't find it anywhere except that there's apparently like a running theme with Santa Claus sitting in like a hot air balloon, and I don't understand it. How is that Christmas at all?
I think it's like a weird sense of, hey, this is a transport device that we can convey in a cheap manner, but is also slightly more realistic than flying reindeer? I don't know. Like, I'm assuming it's like for the kids who have decided, oh no, but reindeer don't fly. I've seen reindeer, and it's like, well, he's really got a hot air balloon. Look, and look, it's to make a hot air balloon sound because it's just basket and a bunch of cloth.
It kind of, you know what this could be? It could be like a Goosebumps book, or like an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode? Like, kind of going the way of like Mannequin, you know?
I was about to say,
Kim
yeah,
Cattrall.
it definitely sounds like it's really some sort of creepy store mannequin that they've just like stolen and dressed up.
Right.
But yeah,
a very pasty white mannequin.
I mean, some of them really are like super white. So yeah, I'm sticking with this. It's a creepy store mannequin. But I'm like, yeah, a Goosebumps book about a creepy store mannequin that someone's dressed up as a Santa decoration that's just like grabbing his. Oh yeah, that's, if anything, that's too extreme for Goosebumps, especially depending on how far you went with it.
That's like Are You Afraid of the Dark territory.
A little bit closer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Speaking of which,
there's
totally,
another Santa I could add.
Ooh.
Sorry.
I was about to say, like, we could totally pigeonhole again and comment about how this is... Well, speaking of spooky stuff, we did that excellent-ish Halloween podcast a little while back. Yeah, just
Go
gonna
back
pretend
and
it's a
listen.
floating link over here for anyone who missed it. Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
Very good.
This is the
You're
year
very
of the
good at
plugs.
promo.
Yep. Gotta get them clicks in before the end of the year. For all two people that are watching this, yeah.
Yeah, all of them. All our fans.
It's
basically
all
us.
both of them.
Yeah. Just you and me.
Yeah. I mean, okay, that's not true. We totally do have at least one other person because they commented on the video.
I think it's my friend.
There we go. That counts. I mean, they're definitely our
Shout out
friend.
to her.
If they're watching us, whoever they are, they're now our friend.
Yes, they're part of the family.
Yep. Come inside. Join us. Join us in intimate conversations.
We need a ship name then. Like a family name. Oh, you're not gonna ship our name.
Oh right. No, see, I get when you said a ship name, I mean it's sort of like shipping and like the pairing up relationships things, and I'm like, wait, what are we shipping? Like us two, or? Oh, I mean, it's kind of a. That feels like that's less of a ship thing and more of a canon thing, surely.
I don't know.
I mean, like, especially if like we in the discussion are doing it, like surely it's up to the listeners to ship us, and what we do is just name the grouping, like.
But I like being in control of the name.
Oh, okay, that's fair. There's some pretty bad names. Like,
yeah.
this is a really random aside, but the Ruby fandom's shipping is out of control with regards to names, because they literally have like a spreadsheet of like a grid diagram with like matching everyone to everyone, and like loads of these groupings have like a bunch of different names for each ship, and I'm just like, there's some cuteness with the different names and everything, but that is confusing as hell. Like, especially when there's like at least 4 that are named after ice cream, I think. I'm just like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, when it comes to names and like fandoms, it bugs me so much when they get it wrong. Like, for instance, I know this is not. You don't relate to anything, but like I'm in the Britney Spears fandom.
Yep. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Saw this coming.
And they're fucking called the Brit Army, and I just want to peel my face off. I hate it so much. I don't know where it came from. Nothing she does has anything to do with an army. It is like overdone to death. At least Rihanna, she has like the Navy. She was in that Battleship movie.
Yeah, like
that makes more sense.
Plus, yeah, but I mean, are they just doing the army because someone else did the Navy? Like, is it like going to be like a counterpoint?
No, it started because somebody said that we defend her like an army or something. It was so stupid. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And people in this fandom call her Godney, which I also don't understand, but at least you could get away with Britney Spears being the Holy Spirits.
I guess. It still more feels like someone trying to one-up the whole Queen, maybe, etc. or whatever. It's like, what's better than a queen or a king or whatever? It's like, a god. And I'm like, okay, settle down.
It's
like,
bad.
trying too hard.
It's a little bit. I mean, I have a lot of problems with the fandom as it is, but that's it, ARMY. And, BTS, right? Like, everybody's super into, like, the K-pop thing now, the BTS. They're also an ARMY. Very original.
Yeah. I also feel like, I want to say they maybe were trying to go for Brit Army. And it doesn't really work.
No, you're trying too hard to
I mean,
make
like, yeah, no. It doesn't at all work. Like, I should go on for the Brit Pack. Because it's a play on the Brat Pack. And
I don't
also, know. I'm like, is it at least better than the Brit Army?
I don't know. I hate it so much.
The Brit Pack.
What is Bieber? Oh, Bieber has the Beliebers.
Yeah, I know. I hate that one.
That's good. Don't hate on them.
It's a clever wordplay, but I still hate that name. It's the whole Beliebers. I'm a believer.
And then Ariana Grande has like Arianators. It's hard to pronounce for me.
With Arianauts. Yeah. Arianids. Make them seem insectoid and arachnid.
Yeah.
The Arianids.
And then, Beyonce's group, they're good. They have the Beehive.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, because Queen Bee and the Beehive, it all ties in together. That's good. That's a good wordplay. Whereas,
I think that's it. Yeah. I feel like nobody else really has any fandoms.
Though there's definitely a bunch of others that have names. I mean, for a start, you definitely missed out on Juggalos.
No, I didn't. I had friends in high school who were Juggalos, and they're the most intense people I've ever known.
Yeah, they very definitely have a name thing going on there. Like
that whole thing is like a meme.
Identity.
It's like ridiculous.
I mean, yep. I mean, it's an extreme fandom.
No offense to our Juggalo listeners out
It's an extreme fandom, but then on top of that, it's also kind of hilarious. So, yeah, it gets memed as well. And also Homestuck.
I never got it. Like, they're what are they, clowns? But they rap?
Yep, they are rapping clowns, like the dark... Seriously, here's the bit where I'm like, I'm not a juggalo, and I never have been, and I never will be, but I know way too much about this shit, partially because I was, like, curious, and I was like, holy shit, they have this whole dumb mythology that's, like, completely insane, but also more importantly, not really properly fleshed out. Like,
Okay, can I ask a question?
okay, go for
What
it.
does it have to do with their like little hatchet man? Their icon, their logo.
Not much, to be honest.
No.
Like, that's just related to them. I mean, they very frequently sing about killing people, often with axes and stuff like that. But, like, separate to that, there's this whole circus thing, and, like, this dark carnival thing that's going to be coming, and it's like... As an example, what I mean by poorly implemented, like, the Great Malenko. There was meant to be this whole mythos thing, this whole concept album. There's going to be a series of concept albums about each of these characters. But then they just do this Great Malenko thing, and it's like he's brought up like in 2 of the songs, and not very well, and it doesn't really quite go into it in an interesting manner. It's just the Great Malenko, the Great Malenko, and I'm just like, okay, yes. And they do like a little bit about it, but I'm like, you had like an entire concept album and you spent like parts of 2 songs. That's a little bit of a waste of an otherwise cool idea to have this whole developed mythology and story about these creepy clown character harbingers of doom and whatnot. And it's like, yeah. I'd probably want to go through a refresher before I talked about it more, but yeah. Juggalos are weird.
Okay, I don't know if I can see you in the same light anymore. I feel like you revealed way too much.
I mean, no, again, this is not about myself. I mentioned I have never been a juggalo, never have been, haven't even known one personally. I was just like, what is this shit? Looked into it, and then was like, oh.
Oh, you look deep.
Yeah, I mean, well, mostly just that one Great Malenko album, because that was the most recent one, and then after that I was like, well, okay, if this is how it goes for most of the other ones, I'm not interested anymore, like, not even slightly, because, like, there was that brief moment of like, okay, so they got a bunch of really bad songs, but I was like, oh, that's an interesting concept, just the idea of theming it around these various characters and telling a story, but they don't. So, oh.
That's a disappointment.
It was. It was, I mean, like, I'm not sure what else I expected. Like, I should have expected disappointment, because I already knew they were terrible, but, oh man, yeah, that was real disappointing. Anyway, tangent aside, though.
It's very much a tangent.
That was a big tangent. So, what were we,
but yeah, I remember the whole Juggalo thing. In my school, I'm pretty
tangent.
sure it was banned.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, yeah.
People are fucking intense about that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they're real intense about it, and, I mean, the singing's pretty intense about it, too, like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure some of these Juggalo, like have killed a people.
Killed a people, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there is a lot of, unstable children, and some of them certainly do enjoy unstable music, and they definitely qualify as unstable music, so yeah, there's definitely going to be some crossover between certain juggalos and certain murders.
How are they still a thing in 2017? Almost 2018?
Persistent cult-like fandom.
I don't know. I feel like they're like a phase kind of thing.
I mean, for many
I'm
people,
very surprised.
yes. And yet, either people keep passing through that phase, or some people are just sticking in for the long haul. Because, yep, nope, juggalos still exist somehow.
Okay, back to Christmas. You mentioned something about wanting to talk about horror stories, Christmas horror stories. And I love a good Christmas horror story.
Yeah. I mean, as noted, in the sense of either horrible things that happen at Christmas via my horrible retail experience of dealing with many terrifying people at Christmas and the ridiculous demands that some people have, and oh my god, like, if I could do like a survival like a quick tips for Christmas, like the following things that everyone should know, and so many people don't. Like, step 1, please don't come last minute and expect us to have something that's super goddamn popular. Like, no.
Yeah.
No, and I'm sorry, that's not our fault. Also, we have a website. It says when things are in. It says when things are due back in. If you drive all the way down here, please don't act upset that we don't have a thing that it says we haven't had in and is no longer available. It said that. You also can ring us. We'd rather you didn't because it's very, very busy, but you can if you really, really want to double check to make sure we definitely don't have the thing that we definitely don't have. But yeah, like, if you leave your Christmas shopping till the last minute, you can no longer be picky and bitchy about not having certain things. Related, if you want to, say, get something and you're not confident in how good a present it is, or, you know, you're like, ooh, I want to check to see how this works, or whatever, 100% open it up, check it out, make sure it's fine. Do that before Christmas, so that if it is wrong, or broken, or, you know, not a good toy, then you can try and exchange it before Christmas. Because trying to exchange that last minute, terrible idea. There will be nothing on the shelves.
I don't understand that too, because you can buy everything online. Like, why do you need to go to the store anymore?
To be fair, there is some things...
I mean, I like going to the store, it's just...
Like, sometimes going to the store is faster than buying online, like, our delivery is slower, and sometimes it's like, if it is sold out online, but we still have the last few physical bits in store, then yeah, you can do that again. But again, that's like a hurry up sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, plus some people do just like seeing things in person and picking it out, just so they can try and pick, like, you know, the best box, or they don't trust shippers, or they don't like varying delivery times or whatever. Like, there are reasons why people don't do their shopping online. But yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just like, chill out. If someone really, really, really wants something and you can't find it, like just deal with it. Like, oh my god, your child should not be so incredibly spoilt that not having one particular present that they decided last minute they really needed is the end of the world. Like,
right.
They should be taught the concept of maybe next time. Related, the number of times I hear people say, oh, I don't know what to get him, he's already got everything. Well, maybe you should buy him less things then. Because, like, you shouldn't get them in the habit of having, like, £400 worth of presents every single year. Because it's like, well, yeah, you're going to run out of good stuff to buy. But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to work on something.
But yeah, in terms of
my
other
equipment.
I mean, keep going, no worries. I can totally keep
Yeah,
going.
sorry, thanks.
But yeah, in terms of Christmas horror stories, like, everything from a customer trying to climb up the shelves to grab something high rather than ask us, even though it's like a ladder. Yeah.
Did they get hurt?
Thankfully not. We didn't manage to tell them, get down now. But, like, there was definitely some close calls. We have had a few injuries in the store. But no, other things, like, just people sometimes, like thefts and whatnot, and oh god, when the candy floss, some kid was eating candy floss, but then they, like, hid their stick with, like, a bunch of residue of candy floss on it, like, just behind some stuff, and it was, like, stuck to the shelf, and there was, like, sticky goo, like, all across it. Oh, just... That was fun. That was not really a Christmas horror story as much as general retail horror story, I feel, though. Like, the amount of times people walk in and leave food lying around is just disgusting. But, yeah. On the other term, though, there is Christmas horror stories in the style of things like a horror story just styled at or around Christmas. Like, for example, Krampus, which is a very good movie. Or at least I enjoyed it.
I haven't seen it.
Ah. Well, I can recommend it. It's, I mean, it's a horror story.
Although
at
I have
Christmas.
seen the Christmas Krampus that's across the street. I did show you the picture.
Yes, like I said, that one is similarly terrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, I have a story. I did kind of tell you the other day, but okay, this one doesn't take place on Christmas, but I feel like it's related.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I go on walks with my siblings all the time, my brother and sister. And sometimes we like go through the neighborhood in different streets or whatever, just mixing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So one time we went down the street. It's the name of it is so stupid, dude. It's Robert E. Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Not to dox anywhere I live or anything, but first of all, why would you live somewhere and name it Robert E. Lee?
Because of
I don't live in the
diehard
South.
Confederate leanings. Oh, okay.
And two, they failed in the war, so.
And yet, some people
Right.
will totally still die before that flag. Also, I wish to say, heading off any future comments on this video, please don't leave your Robert E. Lee fanfics here. We're not interested. We if you are a staunch Lee supporter, chill.
Yes. Okay, so I go down the street, and already that's a bad omen. Okay, Robert E. Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's two parts of Robert E. Lee. There's like a really nice part where like the houses are very nice and luxurious and big. And then there's another part of Robert E. Lee where everything is very small and not as nice looking. And we
Like,
were in that part.
The good
okay.
part of the neighborhood and the less.
Yeah. Yeah, you cross the main road and then there's like the other part. And so we were rounding the corner into Robert E. Lee, the bad part of Robert E. Lee. And there was this house on the corner. I feel like I'm doxing it. Is that doxing? I feel like there's more than one stretch of Robert E. Lee, so hopefully I'm like safe here.
I mean,
we
a truly dedicated internet detective might be able to use that to try and narrow down the rough area, but yeah. Like, as long as you don't start saying, well, I live this far away from it,
Yeah.
at such and such street.
Okay, well, you're not very close to it. I'm just gonna put that out there. But we did walk there, and we were out of the corner, and this corner house was so decked out in fucking Christmas decorations. Every square inch of the yard and the house itself, the roof, had Christmas decorations, had Halloween decorations. It was a very what am I trying to say? Mishmash? There we go. Yeah. Of decorations just everywhere. It was a nightmare.
I mean, yeah.
I can't even convey like how scary it looked. And I think I said something about it.
Oh.
And as we rounded the corner, like literally all of the people who live there must have been outside. And they were wearing like wife beaters. They had like very thin eyebrows and bandana. It was really scary, honestly. They were looking at me and my sister and my brother, and I was like, fuck. I think I made some sort of like shitty comment about how like scary it looked, okay?
So, you dissed their decorations, then you ran into a gang.
Yeah, and they were all hanging out by this truck, and they were not looking at me very happy, okay?
I mean, understandable.
I mean, no fault of their own. And that was encounter number 1.
Oh no.
Encounter number 2, I think actually that was probably the second encounter. The first encounter was several nights before that, I think, and it was nighttime. The second time we went in the day, I think we wanted to see it in the daytime.
Mm.
We were there at night the first time, so everything was lit up, and we were calling this place like Forever Christmas. It should be like its own like spooky creepypasta or something. It's probably a drug den, more likely, but so the doorway was lit up in like this green light, and in the middle of the doorway, just this guy was sitting there, like smoking and staring at it. It was like very late at night when we walked by. So every time we walked by, there was like somebody standing outside of their house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was scary. Kind of my Christmas horror.
I mean, yeah, I gotta admit, the Forever Christmas, that's, the idea of a house, I mean, I think most people have that one house that keeps up decorations for a little bit too long, but making that leap between too long and always is like, oh, yeah, oh, that's creepy then. And it's like, yeah.
And there was like every decoration you could think of, but like, not cute ones, but like horrible, horrifying, like misplaced ones.
Yeah.
Things that shouldn't be out any time of the year. Like
chintzy, weird-looking things that, dug up from like value stores and whatnots, and it's like, here's a creepy-looking weird Santa with, I don't know, a gun.
Something Tim Burton would like.
Ah, that kind of level. Gotcha.
Not as like quirky, but
yeah, like more like
he'd love like a nightmarish Christmas scene.
A skeleton marionette kind of way.
Yeah. Anyway, it was very scary. I don't know, the whole thing. I haven't been back. I keep wanting to go back and see if it's still there. It's been my debuting like Goosebumps novel.
I mean, you never know. Maybe it's all gone because they heard your shade comment and they're like, oh god, they've been talking to us. We'd better go fix it.
Oh, there's something else though.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I don't know if I've told you. There's oh my god, I made a video on this, but I never actually did anything with it. So there's like fucking green lights like all over in people's like houses. Like they have them on their like porch lights, but it's like every couple houses only on like my block and maybe like a block further down a little bit, but like after that like nobody else does it. Like it's just a few people around here and it's very strange. I don't know why. Is it some sort of cult? I tried googling it. There's no information. Like, it's just very scary. Like why would you just have a weird green porch light? That doesn't make sense. Nobody's using any other colors. It's just green.
A very determined door-to-door green light bulb salesman just hit that one street up and then gave up.
Maybe. I mean, I noticed it's on the main stretch, and it's only like a few houses every like street, pretty much. Like either on the deep in the back or in the front. It's kind of like it's very strategically placed, but like also not. It's very weird. I don't understand. I just want to go up to the house and be like, why the fuck do you have green lights? Can you fucking tell me why you have green lights? Is that a choice? Did you do that and you just stuck with it?
Is there one dude in the neighborhood who just has like a bunch of green lights and hands them out whenever someone has a blown light?
No, I don't know. How do you know like everybody in all these streets?
Like ask them that because that's the only.
It's so weird. I should make that video and put it out. It's so creepy.
But yeah, well, I look forward to possibly it also ending with an expose where you head up to a door, knock on it and say, so why do you have a green light? And they're just like, what the fuck? Why are you here? Go away. And then presumably they rip their face off and reveal that they were aliens all along. Anyway,
what if it's part of like an Illuminati scheme? I can maybe get in on that.
I'm dubious that it's that, but I admire the concept.
It could be anything.
I mean, it could be. It could just be that there's a bunch of green lights that went nearby for sale.
It's reptile people.
Surely reptile people would have like heat lamps instead of green lights. Like they wouldn't want green lights just because they're green.
They just want to feel a part of something.
No, look, the Sneeple are not a thing. The Sneeple are safe.
Okay, but there's something really going on with these green lights. We need to get to the bottom of it. We gotta Scooby-Doo our way into this.
I look forward to the inevitable mask pulling.
Yeah. Those damn meddling kids.
I mean...
They didn't say damn.
It's about to say, it's
That's a
slightly.
little too like much for Hanna-Barbera.
I was about to say, you never know. They're getting a bit more. They might be getting a bit more teenage demographic at times. I mean, they showed. I mean, my goodness, that movie, live action movie, definitely went some weird places. I mean, they straight up killed Scrappy Doo, I'm pretty sure. And also just the peeing.
They had Sugar Ray.
And the drug jokes. And oh man, yeah. Mm.
That was a very interesting movie.
Have I mentioned to you about? Do you know about the Scooby Doo movies, the animated ones?
I believe we mentioned it, possibly.
Yeah, I'm like 100%.
I know we had a discussion about Scooby Doo.
I'm like, yeah, because I'm like 100%. Anyone who has not seen that needs to see that, because just the mere concept that there is not one but two wrestling style Scooby Doo movies, and the second of which involves Triple H dressing up as a Speed Racer villain ghost, is just what? Or that Kiss.
That's my kind of movie.
That Kiss battle an intergalactic space witch using magical girl Sailor Moon transformations. Like, all of that shit is just
How
amazing.
can you be a hater about that?
Like, no one should hate those movies.
I live for that. I live for Kiss
amazing.
doing magical girl transformations.
This is what I'm saying. Like, anyone who has not seen that stuff, oh my god, you need to watch that stuff, because that exists, and it's like, why is no one talking about that? That's amazing.
They'd rather talk about, like, B-movie.
Yeah, no. Mm.
You could bring it back. You could be a meme maker.
Like, if nothing else, these next few months, like, I've seen the video game releases. There's nothing good on. Like, the best thing we've got is Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's going to be shit as well, because it's got, it's going to have DLC microtransaction bullshit, because they've already revealed that's totally going to be the case. So, like, yeah, no, there's nothing good on. What else is there? There's, like, what, Nino Nakuni something or other, and, like, oh god, like, Lost Sphere? No, there's nothing that good. There's nothing that good. This is, like, the dead period. There's no great...
Are you telling me you're already over Battlefront 2?
That was also terrible.
I'm hoping I got the name right, by the way.
I mean, what do you mean by I'm over it? I mean, I'm not over it. I was never going to play it, and I stand by this, and it's a terrible game, and it's hilarious that EA is getting the absolute shit beaten out of them for it, which is rightly so.
I mean, they really have fucked up, like, everything that they've been doing. I could just go on about The Sims. I don't know.
Yeah,
so mad about it. I can't even talk about it.
I still just love the fact that it's like, hey, look, here's the new game, Sims 4. I'm like, it's been out for a while.
I tweeted about this. It might just be something that, like, irks me. But, like, you know, I don't know if you play the Sims games, but, you know, on their radio stations they have a classical channel. Mm-hmm. And I've always thought, why the fuck don't you put Sims 1 music as the classical music?
I mean,
they
that's
don't do
the
it.
joke.
Instead they'll put in, like, the elevators. Sims 1 had a superior soundtrack. I'd rather listen to that than any other radio station on Sims 4. Their radio's shit.
I mean, I suppose they could have... I mean, I'm not sure. See, they need to keep the classical thing still as actual classical music, but what if they had, like, another channel that was, like, just called, like, Retro, and just had that play Sims 1 music?
Yeah.
That would work.
But they don't. They don't even put it as a station. I don't even think they did that for Sims 3, because I kept expecting it. Like, oh, they have this music in it, but they're using it for elevators, not for the actual listening. And that's what we all want. We want Sims 1 music.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, but, like, I could go back and play Sims 1 just for the soundtrack alone.
To be fair, I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that you should go back to the original Sims over Sims 4 for. I mean, like, wasn't Sims 4 the one that didn't have pools? Like, not in the base game.
They have them now, though.
Yeah, they have them now, but, like, seriously, they tried to, like, make that game and sell it without pools that have been in the games always. And it's just like...
Oh my god, you know what fucking happened? I was so fucking pissed off, dude. I was playing The Sims, and I had this family, right? I made this cool, like, Mexican mom and her, like, daughter, and they, you know, they had, like, a cute little house and stuff. And then her house light's on fire because she's not a good cook at the moment because they're just starting out their life. And then I take her and her daughter outside, and I make them wait. And then I got an alarm for them. I got a fucking alarm. I was like, I know that they're gonna need an alarm because you know what happens in The Sims when they're cooking. They always light the house on fire. And I'm sitting there waiting and waiting and wait. I think I wait for like a couple of hours, like almost half the day in game. And the firefighters never show up. There's no firefighters. Their house burns down pretty much. My Sim was almost dying from all her needs, like, depleted. I was so upset. I didn't even know. Where are the firefighters? And then she kept trying to go back inside with the kid. I was like, no, stay outside. All they want to do is, like, freak out. Who made that choice? Why are there no firefighters?
I think it's like...
They had firefighters in The Sims 1.
Is it actually that there's no firefighters, or is it just that the fire alarm just wakes people up and then you still need to, like, ring the fire brigade or something?
No, there's none. There was
That's
none.
so dumb,
I tried
then.
the phone. There's nothing. You can't even use the phone.
Like, so, what? You literally just gotta fight the fire yourself, but then what's even the point in having an alarm? Like, why would you
I
even have
know,
one?
that's what I was thinking.
Like, oh...
I didn't even think there's a police, so if someone, like, burglars you, you're fucked. I don't even know if that happens. Probably doesn't even happen in this.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, they took a lot out of Sims 4, it seems. Like, a lot.
Yeah. Oh my god, I am so over it. Like, it just made all of the hype of, like, the Sims franchise just, like, went down the toilet.
Yeah.
With Sims 4. And even though they keep making expansions, it's like, it's not worth it. It's not.
Yep. It's 100% there with you. And it's, like, not just leaving behind the Sims franchise, but, like, it's in general tainting even further than that. Because, like I said, I'm not interested in Red Dead Redemption 2 now. Like, I loved Red Dead Redemption 1. But I'm just not interested because microtransaction bullshit from EA and Take-Two Interactive has said that they're going to put that sort of stuff into their games from now on. And that includes Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'm like, well, I don't care anymore. I'm not going to pre-order. I'm not going to buy it. Done.
I didn't know that they did Red Dead
sorry, no.
1. I thought that was
Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar and stuff. It's not EA, but I'm just saying that that company have also said they're doing all that stuff from now on. It's just like after this whole thing, it's like no, I'm just steering away
That's
from all
sad
games.
because they're gonna ruin the Grand Theft Auto franchise, and that's my favorite.
You know, they've already been doing that in Grand Theft Auto. The microtransactions. They sell these little shark cards. You pay real money to get like a bunch of money in game.
I'm one of those people who don't play online though. I just play the regular.
That's fair, and that's probably a good idea. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, wouldn't be surprised if
like I'm too antisocial.
If ever they did do another
that,
GTA, they would probably do that in the single player as well. So
yeah, absolutely, and they would take away the firefighters.
yeah, GTA 5. You must pay $5 to learn the ability to hijack cars.
It gives you a sense of pride.
Does it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, back to the topic at hand. New Year's.
Yes,
New Year's is coming up. Just a couple days.
I mean, let's be honest. No one really cares about New Year's. It gets totally overshadowed by Christmas. Even in this podcast about New Year's, we couldn't talk about New Year's that much.
But I think New Year's, Christmas comes and goes like really fast, and then you're like stuck with nothing, so you have to have something. And then I think that's where New Year's fits in. You
say it comes and goes pretty fast. I'm like, meanwhile in the retail, I'm like, it's coming for like 2 months, and I'm just like constantly seeing it coming. But yeah, it's a bit different. New Year's is just, boop, here it is, and done.
That's true. Okay, resolutions? Do you have any? And I know you don't, but you're gonna make up one.
Yeah,
like finding our ship name. You didn't find our ship name. That's your resolution now.
Okay, I will do my best to come up with a good ship name.
Yeah, you have to.
MiKole.
Did you see that I wrote your name with a K? I just wanted to tie it all together. Man, nice little neat package.
MiKole. Just sounds like I'm saying
MiKole.
MiKole.
It's MiKe.
NiKole, MiKole. Yeah.
Well, okay, but to be fair, you go by Mike, which is with a K.
I mean, yeah. I sometimes go by that, not very often.
Yeah, I like Michael with a K better.
To be fair though, some ship names have nothing to do with just like merging the two names in a portmanteau. It's like there's a reason why. Oh God.
As long as we're not an army.
Yeah.
Look at army. Now that I've said that though, I feel like I've already messed things up.
You know what I'm gonna do is okay, just for comparison. Here is Ruby ship names. Ruby and Weiss, their ship names are White Rose, Rice, and Candy Cane. And that's because it's like, well, Ruby is red themed and Weiss is white themed, so what's a red and white thing? Candy Cane. And I'm like, like Weiss and Black is monochrome or checkmating, and Blake and Yang is Bumblebee or Blang. And it's like, yeah. Now if we had a thing relating to, oh God, there's Weiss and Yang is Freezerburn. Oh, that's a weird name. Oh, and Nora and Ren is Team Sloth because they're both kind of, not really quite sure I get that one, but
You spell things with U's.
I was about to say, yeah, this is we're an American and a Brit, so this is like the very special relationship, the long distance,
literally on like
we're
like
both red, white, and blue.
No, don't even try.
I was about to say, it's like I'm thinking like the Jack, the Union, the United States,
and the Robert E. Lee.
State of Jack State, no. No, there's some.
This is no.
Yeah, this. Unfortunately, whenever you try and use Jack, and like from Union Jack, it's this ship name starts sounding awfully like it's going to lead into a masturbation joke. I'm trying to think of something better than that.
Whoa.
I mean, alternatively, NiKole, sweet. Sweet, and I can be sour. I have this natural
Michael
grumpy
Sour.
face. No. I'm never
I
changing
tried
that.
to do that with my brother, like, since he's in some of my videos. I was like, you need to name, like, something bitter or salty or something.
He can be spice. He can be spice.
Max Bitters.
Ooh, what's a good spice, actually? Yeah, tell him his new name is turmeric. Nope. Oh, 1 second.
That's very specific.
Oh.
I'm not like Nicole Sugar or Nicole Cinnamon.
Well,
it's like a flavor profile.
I mean, yeah.
Very
But
sweet.
at that rate, you'd kind of like run out in like 5. But yeah.
What?
Like there's not too many different broad flavor profiles, so you run out pretty quick of different names for that.
Ooh, there's umami, isn't it? Right? Umami?
Yeah, there's still only like there's just not that many. Like, yeah. Whereas if you usually start splitting up in different spices, like I'm just saying, I just find calling your brother turmeric funny.
No, I like Max Bitters.
Max Bitters. That just sounds like a name you call someone who's being super salty. Like, yeah, you're not. You're
check
super
our
salty.
last podcast?
Our last one.
I don't think he did.
Ooh.
The one with Adam Sandler. So he went and he did some voices.
Oh. Yes, you mentioned that. I couldn't. I started watching it, but then I was like, I was running out low on time at the time. I will actually, yes, later today I can watch through the entire thing and make sure I definitely don't miss any voices, any additions.
He did some. I told him to actually, so it was like my executive decision.
I mean, excellent.
He did some Adam Sandler voices, so
wonderful creativity.
So we have you and him.
Oh, great. I mean, oh,
yeah.
God. Oh, my God. The Adam Sandler voices. I will... Just moving on from that. Just not looking back at all.
Okay.
I mean, I can keep doing voices, but I'm just going to do different voices from now.
Yeah. But I like that Adam Sandler one.
So anyway, discussing our ship name, I think it should be something that involves my Britishness.
Okay, Mary Poppins.
That was so not Mary Poppins, but okay. I think my regular speaking voice is
Mary Poppins. I can't remember his name.
You mean the American one? He's an American. The American guy from Mary Poppins, you mean?
He speaks in that kind of an accent, like the Cockney.
Yeah, he speaks in bad impression of Michael Caine, yes. He does not sound actually that English at all. He's very, very bad at it. He's roundly mocked.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I would. He's extremely roundly mocked here. This entire country. Oh, okay. But yeah, no, he's I mean, did you not notice that not many other people in the movie speak in that way? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, he's...
Hello, Mary.
Hello, Mary. And she's just like, well, for a start, you can stop with that ridiculous voice. Bloody Yanks.
We try so hard.
Coming over here, forming spontaneous gymnastic chimney sweeps teams, singing on the rooftops. Oh, terribly uncivilized.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh no, it's more the chim-chiree bit. It was like, Sweeps is as lucky can be. I'm like, well, yeah, damn.
Be.
I was like, I know you're lucky, but you're bloody testing your luck if you're dancing the edge of a railing, mate.
That whole movie, like, kind of... it has an atmosphere to it. That's all I can say.
I mean, it does. It very much does.
Watching it as a kid... I don't know. I mean, it was an experience.
Have you related? There's the movie which is about the makings of it and the behind the scenes stuff with it's got Tom Hanks playing Walt Disney. Yeah.
No.
That's an interesting movie. Like, it is worth pointing out that the story it was based on, you know, there was a book original that was not quite the same as the Disney version, and the Disney version did definitely take some
all of the Disney versions are.
Yeah, take some very big liberties, to the point that she was extremely unhappy with the movie when it was made.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She did not like it. The movie tries to paint this sort of nicely, in a sense. It sort of skims over that bit where she didn't really like it, and has it her being gently berated into signing over the rights and trying very hard to maintain her control over her property. But then framing it as but really it was because she had trauma about her own father, and then Walt Disney understands this and comes to see her, and then she signs it away, and movie ends. And it's like they do a little bit of recording of, like, you know, the actual lady during the credits, like her talking. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's a very sweet story for the American side of things, and it's like, that's cool. You totally skipped past the actual outcome, and that she really wasn't actually happy with it, and that all of her things had been mostly ignored. But yeah,
kind of sounds like what they're doing with Star Wars.
I mean, not really, but Star Wars doesn't exist.
I heard that George Lucas is very unhappy, though.
Yeah, but George Lucas was also unhappy with the ones that he made. Like, George Lucas has never liked Star Wars.
I think he's just unhappy of the backlash he got from the ones that he made.
No, he never liked his own movies. That was why he kept editing the ones that had good reaction to them. The ones that had bad reaction, even before there was a bad reaction, he watched them and was like, I went too far in a few places. Like literally, the first video of him watching after, like, you know, after the edit, like before anyone else had seen it. Yeah, no, he already didn't like it. Like, no, I'm willing to say that no, George Lucas has never liked Star Wars, and also more importantly, like Disney doing this Star Wars thing at the moment, it's like, it's an unwritten story. It's not a bad adaptation. Mary Poppins is it's a good film, but a bad adaptation.
Also, I felt like Mary Poppins in the movie was kind of a bitch.
I mean, she was supposed to be very prim and proper. But that was the trick. Like, she was a nanny. Nannies were supposed to be strict.
But I
and
thought
such.
she was supposed to be like a sweet, oh, she loves the
No.
kids, but she was like, fucking take your medicine right now and clean up your goddamn room.
I mean, that's definitely not what... She's also not that. What she does, like, she has to have them take the medicine. What she does is, like, medicine goes down easier with a spoonful of sugar. And that's a
What
broad
were they
life
taking
lesson.
medicine for?
I don't know, a cold or something.
Do they-
Also, just the olden times, they often had to take, like, a regular dose of, like, I don't know, like fish liver oil or whatever, just to keep them healthy. But, but yeah, the general message there of, you know, if they've got to take something bad, it helps if there's something good with it. It's like, yeah, if ever you need to give someone some bad news, make sure you try and give them some good news at the same time. Yeah, makes it go well.
Mm-hmm.
And like the work ethic one and so forth. It's like, yeah, you know, she is underneath it all secretly a super wonderful person who's very sweet and totally does love the kids. But the point is that before that, she is an employee. She is a hired help nanny.
But she kind of also had like a short fuse with Bert. What's his name?
I mean, well, yeah, because
Dick Van Dyke.
She doesn't have that
She's
short
like
fuse with him.
super fed up with him.
I mean, she indulges him.
She's like, Bert, get your shit together, honey.
I mean, yeah, but like she indulges him. She plays along with his silly schemes and
He takes you
such.
to the chalk world. Come on, you have to indulge that. That's fucking crazy. He's like a wizard.
I kind of
He's
feel
a
like
chalk
she
wizard.
does that, but okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure if you
That's
remember
true,
very
that was
specifically, but no. It's with her help that does any of that stuff happen. On his own, he is
How
just
do you
a
think
chimney sweep with dancing
they
skills.
came to that conclusion that they could do that together?
Well,
Can we do that together?
what, Mary Poppins? No, Mary Poppins is just magic.
Okay, you're British. I'm the Dick Van Dyke here.
Okay.
So if I chalk draw something, we can go.
No, because I'm not
the
magic.
world, right?
Only Mary Poppins. It's not like a British thing to be able to do this. It's literally just Mary Poppins, who is magic.
Just shatter my dreams.
I mean, that's not strictly
That's
true,
okay.
because I should point out there is other magic and such in that world. But generally, the point is that Mary Poppins is meant to be a bit special. Yeah,
She's very special.
yes. But equally, like,
Yeah.
she's very British. The idea is a reserve. She cares greatly about the children, but she still has to do the job. Make sure they grow up right. And she does so in very subtle and sneaky ways, such as totally pre-sabotaging the whole meeting with the bank by putting him in the, you know, to moan about the bird thing. He's like, yeah, I want to feed the birds. Like, it totally
And
works out for
she
the
took
better.
all the other nannies' jobs.
Well, yeah, but they were mostly terrible. They were not what was needed.
The father was like really abusive and shitty.
I wouldn't say he's abusive. He is cold and distant, and that is his problem. And it is fixed.
Yeah.
That he, at the end of it, learns to have fun. Just go have fun and together, rather than just passing it off to a nanny. Which is also then why she has to leave.
What came first? Was it Sound of Music? Then Mary Poppins?
Sound of Music does not
Like
have
the
Mary
very-
Poppins in. Sound of Music is about a nun.
Okay, she doesn't have any powers in Sound of Music, but it's very similar.
It's really
The dad's
not.
very cold.
I mean, in the
The
broadest of
dad's an
sense,
asshole.
in the broadest of sense, yes, a house that needs a nanny might have a slightly distant father. I would say that the one in Sound of Music is much less distant. Like
He
they are a
fucking
family.
whistles at them.
And
Did your father do that to you? That's not.
sorry, what, whistling?
Who does that?
The hell's wrong with
whistles to
whistling?
get you to come like.
Yeah.
I think you remember the movie, don't you? Where it's just very like strict, very impersonal.
Well, like he blows the whistle to get
They
them
don't
to
really
do
have
like
names. They
a
have like
line-up thing.
whistles.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like
Whistle tone.
Look, the alternative there would have been just to shout, and I'm like, no, a whistle seems much better.
No.
Like, you really think a whistle is more abusive than yelling, "Get your fucking asses here"? Like, no.
I mean, I think both are kind of on par of like being kind of abusive.
That's not
you could
abusive.
probably just be a nice dad and be like, "Hey guys,
That's not abusive. That's more like
can we come get a
trained.
meeting?"
Like, well behaved. It's unusual, yes, but you're talking about a world in which they were breaking out into song constantly. Like, to believe it's like a circus-style performance lineup thing, like, yeah, I wouldn't put that in the same line as abusive, especially because abusive very much seems more like, well, involving abuse, not just, I used the whistle.
You can have mental abuse, though.
Did he
Very
do any
real.
mental abuse, though? Because I don't remember him doing any.
You think so? Well, I remember it differently.
I mean, outside of him using the whistle that one time, which itself is not mental abuse.
I don't think any of those kids were happy, though. Until, like, the nanny came.
Yeah,
And then they had song and dance.
There was a big family. I mean, and then they had Nazis.
They did have Nazis.
I'm not super sure that was
That's a very good
the
reason
dawning
to
of
be,
a
like,
happy
super
new
unhappy.
era for them when the nanny showed up, because also the war started happening.
That's true.
But yeah, no, they did fine. I wouldn't say that, yeah, they needed a nanny, the nanny was good. But equally, this story was also more about the whole like a family dealing with, the loss of a... I mean, yeah, she was a new maternal figure in their lives, and that was something that was missing prior to that. So they've got to show the family is a little bit off without that. But equally, he wasn't a bad dad, and that's why he continued to be a good dad afterwards.
He was kind of like... He was kind of like a beastly figure.
Also,
And
I
then,
feel
he softened
like a
with her
very
touch.
important thing... Well, yeah. But
Yeah.
the very important thing as well is different time, different culture. Like then, that style of fathering, 100% normal. But certainly for that style of family. But yeah. Sorry, we totally got sidetracked by Sound of Music discussion there.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna need a thumbnail for this video to get people, to click it, some clickbait. And now I'm wondering what I should even use. We've kind of gone over a few things.
I mean, a mishmash.
Nothing really clickbaity though.
So, clickbait. Let me talk about boobs for a bit.
No, then I would just get super well, I can't even get demonetized because that's not happening even. Even if I wanted it to, but
yeah.
Yeah, I can't do boobs in the thumbnail.
Oh. That's a shame, because I could totally comment about how if Sound of Music was made nowadays, she would wear a much, much more revealing top. Guaranteed.
She definitely would. I think the dad might too.
Probably.
It might be very revealing.
I mean, he might wear like a vest.
Might have a really thick body.
And all the children would in fact be working at a circus. It'd be called the Von Trapp Circus. So they can fit in some action scenes involving the high wire and some flips. And also, they would then fight the Nazis using gymnastics. There would be much more explosions as well. They wouldn't just run away. They would actively fight their way through a checkpoint.
And lens flares.
Yes. I look forward to this Sound of Music reboot. Starring oh god, it'd be someone who's the chick from Resident Evil and Underworld or something like that? Yeah, it'd be one of them. One of them as the nun.
No, I'm thinking it's gonna be Jennifer Lawrence. Everybody loves her.
I don't think so.
They would.
Like, she's big, but equally, I don't think that she would be the kind that would be drawn into Sound of Music remake.
She might.
I mean, she
It's kind of like
might.
a Hunger Games.
Also, I don't think... how's her singing? Because it's a big singing role.
I don't know. I mean, in Hollywood, you can sing really poorly and get away with it.
I mean, no, you can't. People gave Russell Crowe a lot of shit for his Javert.
Sometimes. Well, it depends on roles you take.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure they would give Russell Crowe shit for singing as any role, because he's a terrible singer.
Unless he took a role where he can't sing in it.
So,
bad
not a
singer.
singing
They're like,
role.
"That's
Again,
good.
Jennifer
You fit
Lawrence would
that
be great
role."
in Sound of Music, but not as a singing role, which would i.e. be the nun.
Well, she probably sings well. She can do everything well.
I don't think so.
I think
I have not
I
heard
think
her sing,
so.
and I'm pretty dubious.
I haven't either. I can't think of anyone else.
Well, like, generic female minor action bait.
I feel like everyone
Just think of every female person
that I
in
like
a
would be
Michael
too
Bay
old.
movie. Think of any female person from a Michael Bay movie.
What's her fucking name?
There was that blonde one in the couple more recent Transformer ones. I mean, I don't know what any of their names are, but that's because I don't really care because they're forgettable. But equally,
what
I
about
think
that
someone's
Fox
forgettable.
girl? The Fox girl.
Oh, I mean, yeah, she could do alright. She's probably okay at
I
singing.
think she's too old though.
Yeah, I mean, she's trying real hard to pretend she's not. And you never know. I mean, Hollywood definitely leans into the whole Angelina Jolie is still hot, you guys. Like, they have amazing makeup, amazing physiques. They can usually last for quite a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of ageism
30-year-old high
though.
schoolers. There is, but still, 30-year-old high schoolers. like how many
Okay,
times
we're
have you seen...
definitely on a tangent though.
Do you remember when Channing Tatum pretended that he was in high school? And he was like,
No.
built like a brick house? Like 21 Jump Street or something?
I didn't see
21
that.
Jump Street. Oh well then.
I'm missing out apparently.
Probably, yes. I mean, yeah, we'll see. But anyway, so, what's on the list
Agenda?
Yes,
Let's
what's later on?
Gifts. Worst gift, favorite gift? I don't have any that I can remember.
I mean, this can be a
top of my
pretty quick sort of closing capper kind of thing, because I'm like, okay. I mean, the worst gifts I've gotten, mostly from my grandma, one particular grandma who was not great at gifts in general, and frequently would tend to buy gifts throughout the year, but also buy them as like in terms of, oh, this is a good cheap deal kind of thing, and then buys several of that item and then gives that to like everyone. Case in point, the year wherein everyone got an electric shaver, and it was like, I'm a bit young to really use this. Never have used it. Go rid of it. And did not need it in that way. Like I already was shaving, but I used a blade instead, and like the electric shaver did not work as well. So, no.
Mm-hmm.
There was the year when everyone got these horrifically violent lime green sweaters. They're all the same size as well. I should point out that
That would
our
match with
siblings are not.
mine.
Oh.
Sorry.
But yeah, like, we're not the same size, so the fact that they were all the same size meant that there was some real definite issues there. But no, the worst one would have been the year that I got a frying pan.
And you were how old?
Oh god, I mean, it's like I was like early teenager sort of age. Like, I did not need a frying pan. I did not want a frying pan. I was like maybe preteen. Literally all that happened, she had obviously meant that for someone else, wrapped it up, put my name on it instead by accident, and then in future when buying the gift, I thought, oh no, I've already got Michael a gift because there's this one over here with Michael's name on it. So all I got from her was a frying pan.
What was the reaction like when you opened it? Was she like, oh
Just
shit?
confusion.
Or was she like, no,
and
you need that. You're gonna appreciate that one day.
I was like, oh, is that meant for someone else? And it's like, yeah, I hope so, sort of thing. But then it was like, but there is no other gift with my name on it because, yeah, so, yay. Nice.
I wonder what she had meant to give you.
That's the thing, there wasn't anything else
It's
she
a
was
mystery.
meant to give me.
That's weird.
No, that's not weird. Like I said, in future when buying presents, she had looked around and gone, oh, I've already got Michael this gift. There is this one here. She hadn't pre-planned it. It was throughout the entire year. She hadn't like written out a list of, I'll get this for this person, this for this person. She had just seen a frying pan that was cheap, thought, yeah, okay, I'll buy this for someone. Meant to give it to my mum, but instead wrote my name down in it. And it was like, well, and in future when buying gifts, didn't buy anything else. So, yep.
Yeah. My dad had a good one where he said all that he got one year was like a Bible, like a Mormon's Bible.
That's pretty.
He would
that's
talk
pretty
about it
bad.
all the time too. I'm so salty about it.
I mean, I can understand why. Like, yeah, that's pretty salty there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
I mean,
my gosh.
I would be very salty
Yeah.
as well.
I have a story about door-to-door Mormons, but I feel like that might be too polarizing to like certain audience members who might possibly.
It's cool. That can be the tease for possibly a next time. We can do like one episode where we'll just cram all of our controversial stuff. Like you can shit talk Mormons.
This video will make you offended.
I will shit talk Juggalos and I don't know, probably Star Wars and maybe some Star Trek as well. I like most Star Trek. I like Deep Space Nine, but oh man, if there are any people who are fans of like Voyager or Enterprise, or honestly even like the first 2 seasons of Next Generation, and yeah, no, there's I am willing to shit talk all of that.
The Trekkies are gonna come for you. I
mean,
I went to a Star Trek convention one year when I was really, really, really little, and I vaguely remember it, and it's in my memory, but I must have been like very little, like 2 years old or something. I got Star Wars toys from it. No, Star Trek. I'm sorry.
Star Trek.
Toys.
I mean, if you could have got,
like,
if you got Star Wars toys from a Trek convention, that would be
Diana.
interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, who?
No, that
What?
was just me
You
messing
say
up.
Diana?
No, I got like Diana. Is that her name?
Deanna.
Fuck, I don't
Deanna
know.
Troy.
Yeah.
Ah.
Not a Trekkie. And then I got Spock, I think. I
You like
remember playing
Spock?
with them. I made them have like toy sex a lot.
I mean,
My
fair
toys
enough.
had a lot of sex. I don't know what was going on with me as I was growing up. There was
I
a lot
mean,
of toy sex, Barbie sex,
Just
especially.
a lot of very specific interest in.
When you do like a scissoring motion, they weren't.
I mean,
lesbian.
I distinctly recall. I mean, not to bring up anything in particular, but I have a picture that you sent me a long time ago, and it does involve 2 of your toys, and they're totally scissoring.
Which toys?
I also they you sent me several pictures. One
Oh, God.
was them lying on
I feel
top
like I
of
have
each
a
other.
problem.
It was Ryoko and Trunks, and the other one was one where
Oh, right.
you had Ryoko's energy sword rather conveniently placed in a sort of a
Yes.
yep.
Look, that wasn't my fault. That was how the toy makers made her.
I mean, the toy makers made her with an energy sword. They didn't make you put it in front of Trunks' crotch so it looked like she was totally jacking off his energy dick. Just saying. Wink.
I don't even know where they are. I wish I had them out right now.
Yeah.
And I had the Vegeta, and he had like a weird BDSM outfit I found from somewhere else. You remember that?
Okay.
What the fuck?
If I'd known this
Who
was going
was
to
I?
break you that much, then wow.
I don't know who I was. When I was little, I had this weird He-Man. It was like, I want to say Prince Adam. Is that his name?
Yeah, Prince Adam with the pink shirt and the.
He had a heart, and it would like beat with the push of a button. It was like a weird '80s toy.
Oh,
My
that is
uncle gave
weird.
it to me. My uncle Adam, and he was married to Princess Jasmine, and they had a bunch of kids. All of them were like various like McDonald's toys, like Happy Meal toys.
You had a rich
That was my childhood.
rich childhood involving your toys and their impressive love lives. I mean,
I had plots going on. It was like a fucking opera.
I mean, also kudos for Princess Jasmine on pulling He-Man.
And it got to the point where like her bra area, like the paint was rubbing off, because she was having a lot of sex with He-Man.
Oh, wow. You just said I revealed a lot about myself with the Juggalo thing, just because I was, briefly interested and checked out one album. like analyze it. But I'm like, no, I think you're revealing a lot here. Wow.
You're like my psychologist right now.
I mean,
I was a damaged kid.
your toys were damaged.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting.
you clearly have
Interesting
some
times.
deep needs and things to work out.
I
But
guess
yes,
so.
I mean, on that wonderful ending note, because I feel like there's no possible way we're going to get any further through from that.
Is that gonna be my thumbnail?
Oh God, just maybe we'll see. I see if maybe we can send over one of those old pictures and just oh my God.
I feel like I should like commission you to do the thumbnail because I'm so bad at the fonts. I can't.
I mean, I'll give it a
know what I'm
go,
doing.
but yeah, short time. But we'll see how we do on that. I mean, in the future, definitely worth a shot. For this particular one, we're on a bit of a tight time for the New
Yeah.
Year's upload, but yeah, yeah, I'd say excellent revealing of your past. You're gonna have a wonderful New Year.
And you.
Thank you. And
And to all our listeners.
all our listeners, you know, drop in your favorite resolutions, ship name pairings, and or troubling sexual toy exploits of your childhood.
And don't fucking come up with army.
No, and
I'll come for you.
yeah,
Yeah,
the sweet army.
it's a good one.
No.
And they're supposed to be sweethearts. I mean, you can't mess up that, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah, sweethearts is good.
Yeah.
But yes. So this was Sweettalk.
Sweet
I
army.
totally. I've completely forgotten how we even close these now. Do we just like stop?
I don't
What do we
know. We need like